All right, so we're sitting here with Ashley. You want to tell them where to follow and what to look at?
Yes, First Date Guide on Instagram, on TikTok, firstdateguide.info website. If you guys want to see more information about me, go there.
Very cool. Please go check her out. She has a lot of good content on TikTok, and then because you started initially with TikTok, right? Like it was Instagram thing, or how did that all work out?
So it was all Instagram first. It was just my little food blog page where I was just documenting shit, and it turned in. I got 5,000 followers in 5 months, 1,000 every single month, and I was like, I think I'm onto something, and it just turned into a food page. Like a year and a half later, TikTok was introduced to me, and I just started uploading all of the content I already had, and boom.
And it just started.
TikTok, it took off.
And then you had one kind of go crazy viral, right?
Yes, it was a watermelon yogurt.
Like soft serve.
Soft serve.
Right?
It was like a soft serve watermelon video, and it went viral. To date, it's at 13 million views.
Jeez.
They're still running it on TikTok, so if you're a new user on TikTok, you'll probably see that watermelon video that went viral.
Which is great, because so Ashley was making fun of me, told me that I had to get in it. We had a conversation earlier about, me doing TikTok 3 years ago, which was Musical.ly.
Yeah.
And then I never really kind of got into it, started going on Instagram, then we had that big viral video for us. And then
the Tomahawk.
The Tomahawk
right,
video.
yeah.
And then that one's sitting like almost, in that time, it's 100+ million views right now. So it's crazy. And then, so in that, all that like weird jumbling up, it got bought out. It's now TikTok. And then now I started kind of getting on program because you gave me a little bit of insight, made fun of me, and I had to do it now.
Where are you at now on TikTok?
I have over 5,000 followers in 2 weeks.
Yeah. It's that easy.
We had one video go viral, which we're gonna eat we're not eating the video, but we're gonna eat the burger that we had in the video, the fire burger, and that one's like 2 million, like about 2 million views.
Yeah.
There was a lot of likes, there's also a lot of haters and everything else that you have, but I like to comment back, so that was fun for about the first like 3 days or so, but. It's really weird, kind of like the ability that social media or I even hate saying that fucking term, but just being social or being on these separate platforms have the ability to be able to like catapult businesses.
Mm-hmm.
And since that video, I saw a rise in my Yelp. So it does pay dividends.
Video?
Well, the Tomahawk for sure.
Oh, for sure. But you meant the
But in the
TikTok.
last one, because right now, so we had that viral video, and the algorithms for Instagram and for Facebook and everything are fucking totally different now.
Yeah.
So it's not the Wild West there
Instagram
anymore.
right now changed their algorithm. They started adding stories to the Explore page.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that?
The story? No, I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, so if you go on your Explore page, you'll see that they're prioritizing IGTV, and then it's just a regular video, and then you'll find an Instagram story. Like, you just keep scrolling down, but those are rising to the top, so...
Really? Yeah, so...
Instagram stories.
Very weird. Well, they're also doubling down on taking out the likes.
Mm-hmm.
So you can physically go to view insights, and then you can see the likes. I don't know, because for businesses, it's different for me as a business, it's different. You also are a business, but a brand. But as a business, I get to see traction, what goes and what moves, and although it is like somewhat, anxiety driven too as well for the business operator to be on Instagram, it's a totally different type of.
I see it too because I'm a content creator for restaurants, so I handle some accounts, and so not only do I have it on I have the blogger's perspective and the viewer's perspective, but now I can see it on the back end. I post a video on a restaurant's page and they get 16,000 views, but I'm calling these businesses like, hey, so did you get an increase in your coffee sales? Because that's what went viral, and they're like, I don't know, not yet, but it's just really weird.
It is a weird thing, and it's weird, there's one thing to watch for entertainment, and there's also the thing that's going to be, oh, I want that, and I think now, in the Instagram world, or let's say in the social thing, is that you used to have to go to the fair to get all these crazy foods, and there was a big buildup, and then now, you can go walk down the street, and you get something that's kind of crazy and put together that you normally wouldn't find at any other restaurants about 3 years ago.
Yep.
So it's a very weird thing. It's kind of like who's trying to one-up each other, and it's going to get out. I feel it's going to get super outplayed, and people are going to go back down. Same thing with like craft beer. Like you used to see craft beer boom, everything, and then now everybody's drinking blondes and pilsners, and that's the new greatest thing because they're over the IPAs. Right?
And the hazies. Are hazies still a thing?
Hazies are still a thing. It's just not as big of a thing as I thought that they were going to be. Or
I thought they were. I like hazies.
They're good.
I thought they were gonna.
Yeah, they're good. I just like. Yeah, I mean, anything that's unfiltered, just like whiskeys, and the whiskey that we'll check too as well. It's not cold filtered, so it has some of those fatty lipids that are still inside it. It's more flavor. Same thing like with the tomahawk, and even with this fire burger that we're having right now. So with that, all that goodness that's poured up on top that we light on fire is all fat.
It's all fat?
It's all fat.
Really?
All taste good.
Nice, nice.
Yeah. So Jose's putting all that together, But so we met through social, right? Like
through social, yeah.
kind of going back and forth, and you actually never had like you've been here, you had some food here, but
no, I had cocktails here. I had cocktails here before.
Well, at first we weren't when we first opened up because I actually served you. Right?
Yeah.
So I actually served her
3 years ago. I want to
Yeah, 3 years ago. I was not drinking alcohol at that time. I took a 3-year sabbatical. I was off for a while, and that was one of the times where you thought it was really weird that a bartender didn't drink alcohol.
Yeah.
Well, I put a lot of time in before that, so there's definitely some pages there that I have written out, for sure in my mind, but. Yeah, it was just one of those times where I just needed to kind of like slow down and look at what I was doing and become a better operator. And that's when
when Kingston came out?
So Kingston Coffee was, I actually started that about 3 months after we opened up here.
Oh, okay.
Because that was before coffee was actually like an actual thing. And then now it seems like everybody and their mom is doing coffee now too. So it's an easy entry. You can kind of play with it. It can seem really crafty. It's the same thing as like the craft cocktailing was, 7 years ago, where there wasn't really a lot going on, but that's when it was super pretentious and snooty. And then it's the same thing it's the same thing. So anybody who was in that field went in and became like super pretentious and snooty in coffee now. It's the complete opposite of what I am. And how I feel about things, and there's no right or wrong or good or bad. They're just different.
Yeah.
And what you like is okay. What I like is okay.
Yeah.
It
took me a while to figure that one out. It's like it's okay to.
Yeah, and like that's the biggest thing. Especially especially when you're talking to people and they're like, oh, that's disgusting. I'm like, nah. Like, what makes it disgusting? Well, I don't like it. Okay, well, why? Well, I don't like eggs, or I don't like the texture of it.
Yeah.
That doesn't make them gross. It means you just don't like the texture. So it's having the open mind, I think.
Yeah.
To be able to, be okay with other people's opinions and it not being projected on yourself. Yeah, I feel like that. I feel like once you get to that step, as you get older, because I'm almost fucking 40 now, so it's one of those things that as you get, you stop caring about all that. So here we have Jose here right now. What's up?
Bang, the Fire Fest.
Cool. So this is our infamous fire burger. So we have the brioche bun, which is toasted. There's a nice skin on that so that it's not fucking soggy at all, right? And then we have our veal bordelaise sauce.
Yeah.
And then, so how long does this take to make?
So that takes 2 days. We got to first make the stock and then reduce it, and then add the wine to it and put the little things back to it. So it's about a 2-day process to kind of get it where it's at now.
Very cool. And then so this was one of those things where we took we had been talking a little bit before about how people jump into an idea and run with it before even kind of figuring it out. Yeah. So when you guys see that we do stuff here, we've been working on it for about 6 to 8 months. So if you want to try to fucking copy us, we're already moving on to other shit.
Yeah.
So you have to start kind of creating. And it's one of those things it's easier to criticize than to create. Especially with us, people that jump on and want to talk shit or whatever.
Yeah.
Than actually putting something out themselves. Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll pour this on. This is our overproof rub. Ready? So we'll light it on fire. Boom. right, cool. So what we have here is going to be burning off the alcohol. That way it doesn't really taste really boozy. And it's just going to get super hot and blue, and then just pour that up on top.
So cool.
And the blue flame is what you really want when you're pouring out alcohol and working with alcohol, because that means all that stuff is burning off.
And that's truffle.
Yeah. So we have black truffle. That's it. Black truffle, right?
Yeah.
On top and everything. And then we'll go ahead and take that. And let's grab right over there. You have those things. Thank you very much.
There you go.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. So, thank you. There are two philosophies in eating this burger.
Okay, yes, please tell me how.
There's the pick it up and eat it, and then there's the knife and fork. So you can go any way that you want. It doesn't really matter, because that goes back into us saying, like, what's good for me doesn't necessarily need to be good for you. And for all you fucking dumbasses out there, guy, girl, or whatever, that want to talk shit about, oh, it's not a burger because you eat it with a knife and fork. It's the same thing for a fucking burrito. Like, a wet burrito is now no longer a burrito because you have to eat it with a knife and fork.
What?
Because I don't see people picking up wet burritos.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly. Like, I don't and eating it, and that doesn't make it not a burrito anymore. You know, so it's just have fun with it. Go ahead and taste it. The plate's not going to be hot.
Okay, cool.
The plate's not going to be hot, but yeah, you can go into it. You want to divvy it up or go right in?
That. And the bun is not soggy.
No.
Oh, bam.
Yeah, so we have the 2-year aged cheddar Mornay sauce that's on it. There's 3 incredibly tasty patties. We have the FirstguideLA sauce, the overproof rum. We do put American cheese in there just for a little bit of that like textural bite that will make it feel somewhat nostalgic. But it is a big play. It is a big play. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab this too. So let's turn this over there. See that? So bun's not soggy at all.
It's not soggy at all. What am I looking for? I want
the perfect
bite. Yeah, the perfect bite. All 3 pieces.
It's gonna be hot, so watch your fucking tongue.
Okay, I'm like licking it all over.
Yeah. It's like one of the most decadent. Like, I'm unbelievably proud of how this burger turned out.
There's so much flavor.
The nice thing is, like, can you taste the alcohol at all?
No. Nope.
Completely burned out. It's a symphony of flavors, especially with the alcohol and the fact that it can actually meld together like that very, very well, and you don't taste it at all.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
Do people typically share this burger?
You know, no, because everybody's not used to sharing burgers. Now, this could be one of those items where it would never be frowned upon if somebody wanted to appetizer this.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I mean?
would totally
like 4 people do it, put it together. When I first opened up the restaurant for the tomahawk, I put the tomahawk on the appetizer, and also in the entrees too, just so that people could understand that it is a shareable item. When you go out to the steakhouses and everything, it says for 2, but like sometimes you want other foods and to be able to share and split off with 4 people. You know?
And the tomahawk doesn't come with sides, or it does? What does it typically come with?
There's no sides to it. It's all a la carte.
Okay.
It's dry aged, so you don't usually find that at a lot of places. Even steakhouses don't really do it. Now they do because it was a thing. We made it a thing. I mean, we're not the ones who invented dry age, but we made it fucking cool. You know, so it's a 28 to 35 day dry age process. Comes a la carte by itself. It's 41 ounces or so when we actually get it. The bone is 6 to 8 ounces, but it's hollow. It's not very, like, everybody's saying half of the fucking half the weight is in the bone is ridiculous. They don't know anything.
No, it's pretty. I felt like I could probably finish it by my. No, with a little help.
I couldn't.
You couldn't? Okay. Because I think I tried to, but I took some of it.
It's a fucking lot. It's a lot of food. It's a super amount of food, you know. And to sit down and then to have Brussels sprouts and cauliflower and calamari and do all, and then to have that too, it's a lot of food, you know. And with mashed potatoes and I don't know. It's definitely a cheat day meal type thing, and it's definitely a celebratory thing. We want you to pick it up, and just like this, if you wanted to pick it up and eat it, like we have napkins. You know, you want to talk that much shit, just pick the burger up and eat it and make everybody feel like you know what you're talking about.
It's really good. I love the fact that Lock and Key just has so many dishes that just go viral. Whenever I post Lock and Key, my shit goes viral.
Well, I mean, one, it's premeditated, so like I try to do that as much as possible. It was like when we first made this burger, it was like, okay, cool, what's this, what's that? We needed more ooey gooey, something sloppy. You know, we want to be able to create experiences for the guests. Excuse me. So when they sit here, they can have fun. It's a disconnect from all the extra bullshit that's outside, and they can dive into this. And we want that like first bite, like that. Oh my god, what the fuck is this? You know,
and the fact that there are 3 patties, it's not overwhelming either. That was my concern to begin with, but no, it's completely perfect.
Yeah, I mean, we went with 2, we went with 6, we went with bigger burgers. We were all over the place, and that was the ones where we really try to like dive in and make it the best possible burger as possible. You know, the burger ratios, the meat to the bun, to the sauce, and is it too sweet? Is it not too sweet? Do we put in a little bit of sugar? Do we add white truffle? Do we do this type of truffle? Like, what's the best way to go about this? And we might overthink it at times, but you know, it helps us to make a very tighter product that comes to the table. Then also visually, we want to be able to make sure that you know it looks good as well as it tastes good.
Yeah, that's a major.
Because we get a lot of people too. They're like, oh, it has alcohol in it. It's probably super boozy, but you can't taste it at all. Yeah, so like the liquor that we chose, I mean, that took like 4 to 8 times. I can't remember right now, but it got really. We almost washed the whole idea because we couldn't figure it out. Like, really? And then it was just like, oh, I was cleaning out or something. I was like, oh fuck, and I ran back there. Let's use this bottle, and it ended up turning out pretty well.
Nice.
And it started to get a little bit louder in here, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, so you started. Let's go back on you a little bit. So you started all of this last year. Choo.
2.5 years ago, I started First Date. Funny, I was in college. I went to Cal State Long Beach.
Fellow dirtbag.
I could not find a job in social media. I always wanted a job in social media, and no one would hire me because I only had a personal page. So,
well, it kind of almost wasn't a thing 2 years ago. 2.5 years ago.
It was starting to be a thing. I remember looking at the applications and thinking, "Oh wow, there's a social media manager position."
Right.
But I mean, they're not.
I'm not sure if those are actual bullshit though. With a lot of the like, do they? Because it all feels like it's for these large corporations or larger things. And do they move the dial at all? Those managers or no?
No. So, from my knowledge, I worked in an agency, a couple of agencies, and we had social media managers. And I just looked over because I ended up getting a job at an agency, but in the sales department. So look over the other departments, and the social media managers would. So they hired photographers. The photographers would take the content, beautiful, stunning photos, like magazine shots, and then they would upload those pictures, and the managers would just maybe add 5 hashtags. They probably wouldn't change the hashtags, and they would write a really corny
very socially accepted text.
Yeah, they have to create these calendars with the content already, prepped.
See, that's one of the big things that I've found to be hard, because when I do talk with some people, just to kind of like hate, or because we've even talked about, oh, what if we do some type of like management for me and everything, and like, oh, can we start taking pictures? And for me, it was, I do so much shit on the fly.
Exactly.
Where it's like, we should just change it right, and so we can be really nimble, we can put out something really fast. Everybody has a fucking phone in front of them.
Exactly.
So you can take whatever content they want.
You don't need a big old fancy camera.
No.
But, so my concern was, okay, so you guys created, got 30 pieces of content. You guys have the copy ready to go, the hashtags, and you have to submit it to the actual like big old corporate to approve. And then they'll say, oh well, oh my god, it's so.
There's too many hoops.
There's so many hoops.
Too many hoops and too many chiefs, not enough Indians, or is that what it is?
And now, can I cuss?
Oh, yeah.
Fuck national days. Fuck national days. I hate them. And these corporations would get so angry, like, oh my god, you guys miss national
run day or whatever
or something like some bullshit like that. And that's why I believe, like when I do social media management for all the restaurants, I tell them, like, I'm not gonna give you the content and copy for you to approve because I'm constantly researching the trends that are going on right now. And if I shot content from 3 months ago, I'm posting that if it's relevant to date.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. There's no way I can.
Yeah, you have to be able to ride the wave and figure things out and be okay with regurgitating stuff too. If it's something that you can, you know, and not to repost the exact same shit, like where you have the same verbiage and same everything else, but like for us, I repost stuff, but if something changes or if we do something that I can actually put in there and tell everybody kind of what we've changed and what we're doing instead of it being the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Because we've grown, we're almost 70,000 followers now. So,
not too long ago, you hit the 50K mark.
Right. And then, then it just started catapulting, trying to get that fucking, you know,
verification.
That verification. nobody's listening to me over there, but yeah,
you just gotta know somebody.
Process. Yeah, maybe honestly. I don't know. Like maybe one day I'll figure it out, but I'll start getting on LinkedIn and start DMing everybody, going, "What the fuck," you know? But
it's so easy to jump into somebody's DMs and just like if they're like a CEO nowadays. And they will respond. It's crazy.
Especially when you find their private account.
Exactly. And if, let's say, their Instagram or their Facebook or their LinkedIn is just completely unreachable, go to the Twitter. They probably have like 200 followers there, and they will open up that DM.
Right. Yeah. Because on Twitter, I only have about 400. 400. It wasn't even a thing, and it's just another thing to try to concentrate on. It's just too much. You know, you can only do a couple. So like even TikTok was going pretty good. Started now I'm I know I'm supposed to post 3 a day and everything else, but it's been like
once a day.
One a day. It's been one a day for sure. But I'm getting better at it. You know, getting better at it. So what else do you have planned right now? So you went from the agency to kind of starting your own thing in the middle, then saying fuck off, I'm gonna do my own thing. Yep. You got enough clients.
Correct.
Right? And then now, what else you got going?
So now I'm just trying to work on not perfecting content, just learning. I'm learning how to work a camera, how to, you know, all these apps right
all the
now.
things we said we don't need. Now you're going back and learning.
Well, I lied about the camera. It's long form content. That's what I'm working on because TikTok's only 15 seconds and Instagram, which
I didn't know for like the first week because I was putting in like 30-second fucking videos and I was like, why the fuck is the music turning off? Like, and I was like, it says 30 seconds, so thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. So I edit my videos on TikTok, and because I just find it easier. You can only use the music for 15 seconds, and I don't know about copyright or anything like that because I use.
When you come back over, Instagram makes it a thing. But in your stories, it's okay. But if you were to post in your thing,
I post it on my actual page,
and you still get.
I don't get flagged or anything, which is awesome. So I think the 15 seconds is a sweet spot. I think,
Maybe it's not enough time. Maybe the computers, the AI is lazy. And they're fucking sleeping on shit.
Maybe.
And they haven't woken up or had their coffee because they can't drink it. To be able to figure out what the fuck is going on.
They don't have Kingston.
Yeah, right? They don't have coffee on draft.
Yeah, so long form content, that's what I'm working on. And what I mean by long form content is over 1 minute. Like that's long form content to me.
But like these things have become like, we started where we're only going to do it for 5 minutes, and then the first one we did was 38, and then we had my friend Hector in here the other day talking about jiu-jitsu and eating food, and that was an hour and somewhat long. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see kind of the evolution of a restaurant being able to sit down, bring in friends, you know, talk about different things and seeing like how it develops for us, you know, especially for you going out too. I mean, and putting out those longer forms. It's gonna be a fun kind of end of the year.
Yeah. Oh, totally. There's so much opportunity, even with just content creation, not just social media management, but content creation. I mean, people want these beautiful lick your phone photos that are just clickbait. I call them clickbait content.
Right. Well, the nice things is like for restaurants is when I post stuff like that and I can see bookmarks, then I know. And then we get to actually see if there's like a click to direction, like directions to go to the
That's
restaurant.
awesome.
So, and typically it takes me about 3 weeks. When I post something new, right, Jose? About 3 weeks? So when I post something new, or when I get a video that goes, or a picture that takes off, it takes about 3 weeks or so for the people to come to the place.
Got it.
And then so I see a jump then. So maybe with some of the people that you talk with, I would, instead of the week after or whatever, I would wait a month and see if they move the dial at all.
Got it.
Just because for me, I've seen like it's been 3 weeks. Because I've come in and go, hey, like, we did something and it's at 150,000 views, and then 3 weeks later we see a push.
Got it. Okay.
So everybody's like going to Yelp and going to these things and bookmarking and saving, and we see a rise in all those things. And then when that starts dying out, that's when everybody starts coming in, because I mean life happens and they can't get like, nobody just drops everything and goes, except for like that video that we had. I think a lot of that happened was because it was right at the beginning of summer when school was going out. It got dropped, and people were on vacation.
Yep.
And they're watching this thing, and they're like, because we had a lot of people from out of town and from fucking Europe and from like from Canada,
awesome.
from Mexico, from everywhere coming in. So I think that it was one of those like perfectly timed things, you know. It was a great counterpunch at that time, and everybody kind of came in. You know, it was pretty cool.
Do you want people to travel to come to Locke?
I mean, it has to be a destination area. Like one city cannot. So you might be able to support like the dive bar, but you can't support the actual restaurant from one city alone. I mean, you know, we do have our customer base that we have here, but there's other restaurants that they want to go to and enjoy, and you know, during the week, and you know, you can get burnt out just like from one restaurant, you know, and because we can only change so much, you know, because we still have to stay on brand and on point for us. But when we try to make it exciting by doing things like this and the tomahawk, and then we have the Dock Holiday where we smoke the burger, and then we have a couple other things that we're going to be introducing pretty soon too. We have brunch, so you'll be invited to that menu tasting too. But it has to be a destination place. Yeah, and what makes us cool is that we're right on the cusp of, or I call it the armpit of LA and Orange County. The San Gabriel Valley right here.
I love that.
That 605 fucking you know, area where we're in the middle of Irvine and Glendale. Mm-hmm. You know, so they usually have friends there and they kind of meet. They don't want to deal with the LA parking bullshit. Yep. And they can meet somewhere halfway. We have good reviews. We have items that they like. They can still feel, you know, like they're going out to a place. And it looks like they can have fun when they're here. And they come here and then it's loud and there's energy and everything, and there's lines out the door and there's a 3-hour wait, you know, so all that stuff kind of plays into it to where it becomes a good destination for, you know, destination time, so that place, sorry. But yeah, it's been interesting, you know, to kind of see.
Yeah, there's a taco joint who said that somebody traveled about 3 hours to try their tacos, and they kind of felt bad.
But I mean, it's one of those, I get that too, where it's like, fuck, like you came all this way, but that's just because they want to be able to deliver that experience to them and make sure that it was of value. So maybe they heard something that they didn't like, and they took it upon them, like, fuck, I'm sorry I let you down type thing, you know, but it also can get too hyped out of control too as well. I mean, food is food at the end of the day, and it just has to be good. And what we try to bank on is somewhat being nostalgic and have good pieces that remind you of something when you had a great time when you were younger. I mean, that's what we really try to bang out and have, you know, so it has to be a destination place because there's only so many people in the area that can get to, you know, and we need to be able to pull from outside to be able to support and be able to create, you know, a livelihood for all of our other, you know, servers and bartenders and bussers and cooks that are moved too. So yeah, it has to be one of those destinations.
Got it.
For sure. And then so, like,
I want to finish that.
We're running low on battery too, so we have to figure this out. But you know, also too, so for the first date guide, right?
Yeah.
So what was your worst first date experience? Is that what caused you to go this route, or was it just like what was the way, the journey?
Just movie dates. I mean, I remember, so I used to work at T-Mobile, and I would get off of work at 9 p.m. and guys would ask me to go on dates, and I just said, okay, look, I don't want to drink. I had a long day, and they would always go for a movie date, always. Or I'd be on Yelp, and we're just scrolling right next to each other.
Right.
Did you find something yet? Did you find something yet? Is anything open? So then I just figured,
We might not get to the food committee. We can
I
do that for
know.
the second one.
Okay,
All right.
that would be super cool.
So we only had a half hour, so we had to stop, restart up. So first date experience. The guys you were talking to were retarded. Sorry for that R bomb, but they didn't put anything out there. Well, let's try to find a place to kind of make it easier for us to get to what we want to do and find out. You said movie date. That's hilarious because like one of my most annoying fucking things is to like, oh, let's go on a movie and not talk. Like,
Oh my god, I don't know you. Let's go stare at a screen for 2 hours and then go home.
Weirdly try to hold. Did anybody try to weirdly hold your hand? Or,
I hate it when they try to hold my hand. Like, or they place their hand on my leg and then I don't know what to do with it. Like I'm just like, okay, just I don't even know.
It's those situations right there where it's like it's almost like I don't know. It's creepy. It's just fucking creepy. So anybody out there, like, don't do stupid shit like that.
I would really appreciate it if somebody were to do like kind of have a clever way of putting their hand over a shoulder.
A clever way?
Yeah, clever way.
At the movies or?
Yeah. So if they whispered
on a first date before you met them?
No. Just in general. The first time putting your hand over a girl or arm over a girl. So, for example, like if you were a pirate, would you have your parrot on this side or this side?
Okay, I see how. But that's to me that would be all like.
I'm dorky though, so I would appreciate that.
I see that. So you hear that? You have to have really bad jokes to be able to kind of maneuver your way in right now. But okay, I get it. I get that. Yeah, I don't know. I would have just been like this.
Oh my god.
Just lean back, whatever. But like at the first thing, that's like one of those. Like, I feel like that somebody read a book on how to like talk to somebody or whatever, or what are ways that doors are opened and like the knees touching. And that means that they're into you, and is her legs pointed towards you when she's talking? Like I feel like too many people have kind of looked at things, and then try to squeeze it into a situation where they have to do not as much work.
Yeah.
I mean, the cool thing about eating though too is like in front you get to see like. Hopefully, because I mean, hopefully you eat on. I don't know, a lot of girls don't eat on first dates or whatever.
So I think that's crazy.
We actually have a salad called the first date salad, and that there's a smaller amount of food because you're not going to fucking eat. Like, because we get a lot of that here too as well. You know?
The girls just don't eat. There's a lot of
guys don't do that too because they don't want to do it too. I don't want to call out all girls, but majority of them just don't want to eat. And the better thing would be to order the big plate of food. Hopefully, have a good like conversation back and forth. And you don't eat your food because it was that engaging. Like, and at least like I'll take this home or whatever, or split it. The best thing to do would actually split. If they don't want to split, then I would say fuck them.
Yeah, no, seriously. Oh my god, the worst thing would be, so if a guy orders chicken strips on a first date, I think that would be the worst.
What about if it's a place known for chicken strips?
That's different. But if they have a beautiful menu and so many great options,
that's happened. It's been a thing?
I want to say yeah. That's why it's traumatizing. I'm traumatized.
Yeah. You just hear chicken finger and you like that. No, that's crazy. That's
really. We're at an Italian restaurant.
Hey, order ranch. Can I get some ranch too on the side?
Oh man, yeah, that was funny.
Yeah.
But yes, so I once gave a guy a shot because he asked me out on a movie date, and then I said, okay, we already did the movie date. What's next? Hey, do you want to watch a movie again? And I said, okay, I'll go again. I was just trying to figure out
what. Like that worked out so well. I didn't have to talk or do anything.
Yeah, and I said, okay, we'll go one more. The third time around, it's been about a week since we saw each other. He asked me again, do you want to go on a movie date? Or do you want to go out and watch a movie? And I just said, no. We're movie buddies at this point. I'm not even gonna take it like that serious.
There's a friend buddy, there's a friendship thing, and now there's a movie buddy thing.
There's a movie buddy, yeah. I was like, oh yeah.
Girls get so detailed. For guys, it's like they either like her or I don't like her. But yeah, that's interesting, a movie buddy thing. So you have that. So so that all kind of all your frustration for that brought it into being able to help everybody out there have an easier time, right?
Yeah, I mean, I get so much great feedback about my page. People DM me all the time saying like, "Oh my God, your page has saved me. I didn't know this place existed in my hometown." Blah blah blah. And so it's like super awesome to see people actually going out of their comfort zone, out of their city, instead of going on a Sizzler date or a Olive Garden date. I went to Olive Garden.
Breadsticks, never-ending breadsticks.
Oh my God, like 2 weeks ago. And
I used to work at Olive Garden.
Really?
Yeah, when I was 18 years old. When I had bleach
wow.
blonde hair.
You had bleach blonde
Yeah,
hair.
it
We
was,
need
a surfer, it was
pictures.
a surfer thing. Maybe I'll do it, show those pictures later, if there's any that are left. But yeah, I used to work over there, and that kind of like got me into all this stuff. And my father bought a Mexican restaurant, and we ran that for 2 years, and we sold that. And then we started. Then I've been in the food and beverage business for a long time now.
Well, I used to work at Rubio's and hot dog on a stick.
Ooh, there you go. I can see you wearing that hat.
I was so like I was so buff.
All about it. All right, my right arm is just so strong.
Mm-hmm.
So we have all that. We have what kind of got you into it. We have how you kind of elevated it and try to help out the viewers out there to be able to have easier dates and everything. Would you want to tell everybody again where to kind of follow you? And
Yeah, First Date Guide.
so First Date Guide, which used to be FirstdateLA.
It used to be First Date LA.
Until I talk shit to you.
Yeah, there's a lot of. So I live on the border of OC and LA, so I was getting a lot of invitations to visit some cool restaurants in Sherman Oaks, and that was just too much of a drive for me. So by changing my name to First Date Guide, thank God it was available on TikTok too. So I changed it all the same day. It was actually like I had a couple of glasses of wine, and I changed it on the fly. Yeah.
Those are good moments to have,
Mm-hmm.
you know, when then things pan out, you're like, oh, okay, and then you kind of can trust your intuition a little bit more.
Yep.
Yeah, no, those are good little tiny wins. And then you changed that before we had tacos. And then you said, "Oh, hey, I changed my name." I was like, "Great."
Yep.
We started going over everything, and then I told you, if you don't buy the fucking website, I'm gonna buy it and sell it to you.
Yeah.
So you went out.
And I got all three relevant domains, and I was like, all right, cool.
That's good. No, you have to. You have to protect what you're building, and you're obviously building something. You're on to something, so just keep continuing to grow, and everybody keeps watching it. And the best thing is just to keep having fun, and and have at it. So. Again, tell everybody else, everybody out there.
Yes,
where
First
to
Date
follow.
Guide everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, even YouTube. I mean, once a month I post, so tune in.
Very cool, very cool. So we'll have that all down below. So click subscribe up here, over there, or wherever. We'll put all the links in so you can follow Ashley at First Date Guide. Remember, I'm Idea Machine Co. This is the meetup at LKSD Kitchen. Have a good one, guys.
Bye.
Peace out.